It's coming, 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 coming.
Yo, what is going on, Voyagers? It's your boy Finicki back with another video, and today we are going over the ultimate Mirage guide. And I know there's a lot of mixed bags of feelings about Mirage, but what I want y'all to know is he's actually not bad. He may be not the best character, but he's pretty good. So what we're going to do is going to go over his backstory, his abilities, what makes him good in a team fight, maybe some tips, and we are also going to be going over what maybe could change in his kit for the future and make him into a stronger legend. And per usual, if you guys are enjoying this type of content, please make sure you guys leave a like and comment below and tell me what you guys think about Mirage or the content just in general. And if you guys haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. And with all of that being said, let's get started. So who is Mirage? So Mirage's real name is Elliot Witt, which, by the way, Witt, I mean, it makes sense, right? For like everything that he does all the time. So Gibraltar and Mirage are both from the planet Solus, which is in the Outlands. And Solus housed Kings Canyon, which is what the map was that we've been playing on and what we're going to eventually be playing on again. And another place called Solus City, which is where Mirage is from. And he works as a bartender and works with his mom, or was working with his mom on cloaking technology. Mirage had 4 brothers that, actually, can you just imagine that for a second? 4 Mirages running around. You know how passive aggressive that would be?
I gotta admit, I may have tricked you.
It would be insane. Anyway, okay, so his 4 brothers, they went missing in the Frontier War, which is essentially the Civil War that happened in the United States, but just in Apex terms, I think. He wanted to become famous, so he joined the Apex games, and now you know him as Mirage. So now we're going to start on his abilities. And the first ability we're going to go over is his passive, which is called Encore. And I'll be putting this up on the screen that you can see, which it says, automatically drop a decoy and cloak for 5 seconds when knocked down. Could possibly be the worst passive in the game. I mean, by now, the game's been out for a year. Unless you're living under a rock or you're brand new to the game, this passive ability makes no sense like doesn't even, I don't know, like doesn't even make sense to even have you cloak yourself even though you're downed, and they know that it's your passive, so they know that you're on the ground somewhere. With all of that negative talk about this passive, I will say there is one instance that I can only think of that makes sense to have the passive work unless they are a new player or they don't really understand the game, and that would be when you can have a gold rest shield as Mirage, and that the team that just killed you gets third-partied and you get forgot about, and then you're able to get away because you were cloaked. It's kind of a very specific situation to where the passive benefits you, but I think I have a clip from today that can show you, like, hey, you know, it works sometimes, but the guy was probably new.
There's a blue swap over here.
Hold on. It's a 1v1. Wait, he's actually shooting my decoy.
Move that way.
He actually shot my decoy. Yo, you cannot die to this guy. Okay.
I did miss a shot. I don't know how much health you thought he had, but it was 1 billion.
That's a made-up number.
That guy truly
Shooting
shot at my,
down,
yes, that.
Mirage out here paying dividends, bro.
Next is the ability, the thing that makes Mirage like to its core, and that is the tactical ability called Psych Out, aka the Boozler, aka Bamboozled. No, but for real, this is the ability that right at the beginning of the game people were so confused about, as I was like, what the heck is going on? I thought I killed somebody, or I thought I shot at someone, and then you realize, no, it's just a decoy. And, I mean, I remember, what, 2 months in, a month in, I didn't know what to do against a Mirage because of how annoyingly good people got with this tactical ability.
Faking him out with a decoy.
Let's go, baby. So this tactical ability is on cooldown without a gold helmet 14 seconds. So you get 14 seconds in between each boozle to do your thing, to make a play. But what I have noticed is that good Mirage players are using this effectively by putting it near teammates, putting it near doors, putting it near loot boxes to make it look like there's somebody on the loot box. Yo, that boozle worked. That boozle worked.
You're a gamer, bro. I'm telling you. I've been said it.
There's people that are using it to cover up the opponent. You send a decoy when they're on you so that they can't see, and it gets in their way. There's clutter everywhere. There's just so many ways I think you can use this tactical ability. That's what makes that Mirage such a unique character in his own way. He may not be the most team-oriented character, but he is definitely the most self-absorbed, which makes sense because of all of his, you know, like passive aggressiveness and his lore in general. So they did a really good job of mixing those two together with his tactical ability. Another part of his tactical ability that a lot of people either don't talk about on their guides, or they just don't really see it as a big deal, but in my opinion, I think this is a massive thing to his tactical, which is using the ability to use a decoy while you are in it would be flying stage of either entering off of a redeploy, or whenever you're dropping off the ship, you're able to use the decoy to throw off opponents that are using you know, the camera, the free look, to see where opponents are going to different POIs. So I think this is such an effective little like thing that Respawn threw in there that I think it's really cool. So imagine me, I have a Predator trail and I am able to throw out 2 decoys. Well, now I look like a full squad of Pred players, and no one really wants to land near me unless they are, unless they're super duper confident. Next is what I believe is the best non-team oriented ultimate in the game, which is Mirage's ultimate called Vanishing Act, where he turns invisible. And I think this could be used also very versatile like his tactical ability, but I think overall you can make some really cool plays. But it's also his only escape, and you don't get to use his escape that often. So that is a problem, but we'll get into that in a second.
Using the decoy escape. And they're hitting me. Enemy down. Giving my shield to recharge. You got bamboozled. Got it.
Okay.
Enemy killed. I took care of it, don't worry.
A lot of using Mirage's ultimate is knowing when to use it and when to undo it. So there's an option which is really cool. You're able to cancel out your ultimate. That is one of the perks of having, you know, using this. But at the beginning, what I would give advice to people is use the ultimate earlier than you think you need to. One, it takes about a second to a second and a half to fully use it. So I would say that that's probably one of the best things in terms of advice. And then if you're able to fully flank somebody, make sure that you cancel the ult. It takes about another second for you to pull out your gun, so just be wary of that. I'm going to leave you with some super sick clips of ultimate, and then we are going to come back with final thoughts. Here?
Yep.
It's not a charge rifle.
Somebody hit me with something.
Alright, go. I ultied.
Okay. I don't know how that helps me, but I'm here. I hit that guy 40.
Bro, tell me why his ulti hits different, dude.
I'm laser. I'm a laser. Here, take this.
Using the decoy escape. Alright, enemy down. Giving my shields a recharge. And they're hitting me. Sending out my decoy. Using the decoy escape. Arc star delivered. Enemy down. Recharging shields. Placing
So we're wrapping into the final thoughts, and I want to go into a little bit of detail on how I think he should play. He's obviously a little bit of a passive character. He shouldn't be the one that goes in first. He is effective only whenever he has his ultimate up. He has, like, that's his only escape, which is also his weakness. So you just need to be cautious of that, and don't be stupid and waste your ultimate in a spot you didn't really need to do it. So that's what I would say. As well as, you know, a weakness of his is that he isn't really a super team player, and so because of that, he is kind of a detriment, can be a detriment to your team if used incorrectly. So I would say you need to be almost a support assault character, being able to be like the second or third person in, using a bamboozle, using your ultimate to flank, doing whatever you need. And yeah, if I was to make any changes to Mirage to make him a better individual, I think you have to start at his passive and change it. One suggestion that I would suggest to the developers is whenever he gets revived, he makes whoever is reviving him camouflaged, and we could call it chameleon or something like that. But that's just, you know, that's my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide and you felt that it was beneficial to you. If you did, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, or at least consider subscribing. But yeah, this has been your boy Finicki signing out, blasting off. Hope to see you again for another video. God bless. Doses, baby.